Well, this is going better than before.
Looking good. Oh, it's almost time. Okay, all you sexy body doubles, that's a wrap. Aye, aye, KK.
All hail our leader, the Red Sovereign himself, House Warden Riddle.
We salute you, House Warden Riddle.
The garden roses are red, the tablecloths are white. This seems a proper unbirthday indeed. Is there a dormouse asleep in the teapot as there should be?
Of course. And should it become necessary, we've also prepared the jam to spread on his nose.
Very good.
Yeah, those are some fancy duds.
These are the Heartslobile dorm clothes. Aren't they fierce? At the forefront of fashion, and they look great on Magicam. One of the Queen's rules mandates formal dress on party days. As a show of kindness from your beloved mentor, I'll help coordinate your outfits.
Whoa! Looking sharp.
So cool.
You all look fantastic. As they say, clothes make it the man.
Now let's tear this party up! And don't forget to give Riddle the tart.
Before we begin the croquet tournament, let us make a toast. Does everyone have their teacup? On this most significantly unauspicious of days, I bid all in attendance a very merry unbirthday.
To a very merry
unbirthday!
Ace, this is your chance.
Right. House Warden, sir?
Huh? Ah, it's you, the tart thief.
Yeah, so I wanted to apologize for eating that tart. We made you a new tart to replace it.
And what kind of tart is it?
I'm so glad you asked. It's a chestnut tart, and I swear we weren't stingy with the chestnuts.
A chestnut tart?
What?
The Queen of Hearts, Rule 562. One must never bring a chestnut tart to an unbirthday tea party. This is an utterly flagrant rule violation. Do you understand what you've done? You've ruined an otherwise perfect unbirthday!
Rule 562?
How many of these rules are there? You have all of these memorized?
There are 810 rules in all, and as House Warden I can of course recite each and every one of them.
Wow. TIL, this could be bad. Trey, were you aware of this?
I was only able to memorize the first 350 or so. Well, we really botched this one big time.
As House Warden of a dorm established to honor the Queen of Hearts rigor, I cannot ignore this. Destroy the offending tart immediately, then throw these rule breakers out of the dorm.
Whoa, hold up! Is that one of your rules too?
Yeah, if you want the tart gone, let me eat it.
House Warden, allow me to apologize. I was the one who suggested the chestnut tart.
Yeah, I was part of that too. We had no idea there was a rule about it.
The making of the tart is not the issue. The issue is bringing it here. today. That is the transgression.
How can you live by such foolish rules? How can you be so mean after he works so hard?
Yeah, all you do is cite one stupid rule after another. You sound totally foolish.
What did you call me? Foolish?
Everyone stop. Don't dig this hole any deeper. And Riddle, please try to remember that these are new students who've only been here a few days.
Nah, bro. I've got a shovel and I am digging. Throwing away a tart to obey some insane rule is about as foolish as it gets.
I agree with Ace. Of course, I understand that rules do need to be followed, but this is going much too far.
Are you attempting to debate me? Bold move, but I'll bite. By breaking even the smallest rule, you are throwing wide the gate to anarchy.
Everyone, I know you're afraid of getting your magic sealed away, but you know this is insane, right?
No. We,
Well, isn't it?
Far from it, Housewarden Riddle, sir.
We trust in your judgment, sir!
You little...
You spineless fair-weather cowards!
In the year since I became House Warden, not a single student from Heartstubule House has dropped out or been held back a year. We are the only house that can boast such a feat. Furthermore, of everyone in this dorm, I have the best academic standing. Hence, I am the most correct! If you would simply obey me without question, we wouldn't need to contend so!
Listen,
It's not off with their heads because I want to do that. I do it because rules must never be broken. If you will not obey me, then I will have all of your heads!
Okay, let's all say yes, House Warden Riddle.
I can't.
Me neither. No way.
I don't bow to self-important tyrants!
What did you just call me?
He called you a tyrant for wanting to destroy good food just 'cause you're throwing a tantrum!
Guys, I don't think we need to escalate this.
Off with your heads!
Ah!
No, not the color again!
I can't get it off.
Trey! Keita! Eject them from the premises!
Yes, sir, House Warden.
You're supposed to be our mentors.
Sorry, but we can't disobey our House Warden.
Sorry, man.
Oh, that's how it's gonna be? Then bring it on!
Click share on my awesomeness.
I don't need brute strength to fight.
Let's do it to it!
Yeah.
Stay still.
Dummy! Seriously?
Interesting.
I did warn you.
Just watch!
Oh, nice!
Here I go.
Take that!
Love how serious
Ow.
you get.
I can do this too!
Okay. You good?
You won't catch me off guard.
Try me.
I'll finish this in a snap.
Gotcha!
Let's do it!
First here.
How's that?
This one's gonna look amazing.
How's this?
How does it feel to lose?
We'll TTYL, folks.
We'll try to calm Riddle down, so maybe he'll let you back in the dorm after you apologize.
I will never apologize! Not to that numbskull!
Now, let's get this party back on track. After all, we still need to have the croquet tournament. And now we're 15 minutes behind schedule. This is outrageous.
Yes, sir, House Warden Riddle.
Are you really okay with this, Trey?
What do you expect me to do about it?
I hate that little ginger megalomaniac! Does he think he's the Queen of Hearts?
Banished by the house warden from my own dorm. My dream of becoming an honor student is slipping further and further away.
Stupid collar. It's so tight.
You're really racking up those colors. Quite the impressive collection, yeah?
Ah! Ah! A ghost head!
Oh dear, it seems I'm not all here.
What? So you do have a body then? Who are you?
The name's Artemi Artemivich Pinker. Am I a cat? Am I a person? A mimsy Borogrove, perhaps? A Momrath with a knack for magic?
Look, Artie, yeah, run the name by me again.
People usually just call me Shen. Let's just say I'm not from the other side of the looking glass.
Yet another weirdo. What dorm are you from?
Why don't you try to guess?
Oh, I know. He's got animal ears, so he's gotta be from Banana Claw, was it?
Bzzzt, incorrect. Bananas grow on trees, do they not? I, on the other hand, am a cat.
And besides, other dorms have students with animal ears too.
After the insanity that teapot tyrant put me through, I'm not in the mood for whatever this is. Just leave me alone.
Riddle the teapot tyrant. Well, I can't dismiss that perspective as wrong. He's always been quite strict.
Do you know something about him?
Perhaps there are things that I know, and perhaps there are things that I don't.
That's not an answer.
Is there something you wish to know about Riddle?
Yeah, what created such a control freak?
I believe his four-eyed friend may have the answer.
Four-eyed friend? You mean Trey?
He's known Riddle since we were all little boys. If you want to know more about Riddle, I would begin my quest there.
They're childhood friends? I didn't really get that impression.
If you're so perceptive, then what are you asking me for? Bye-bye.
Hey!
I tell ya, no one makes any sense around here.
Well, we're not going to be able to do much in the way of schoolwork with these collars on. So, let's go see what Trey has to say. And then...
If you're gonna say apologize to Riddle, you can forget it!
Maybe we need to set up a little ambush. He is one tough nut to crack.
The Queen of Hearts Rule 249. Flamingo caretakers are to don pink attire. It was supposed to be your turn to feed the flamingos today. Why aren't you wearing pink?
I'm sorry, House Warden. My pink clothes were in the laundry. Please, sir, not the collar!
This is your second rule violation. I cannot forgive a repeated offense. Off with your head!
Ah!
Write me a 5,000-word apology and weed the garden for 1 week and I'll remove it.
But...
Do you think I enjoy having to do this? You're the one who broke the rules. As much as I would like to, I cannot ignore these infractions. It's for your own sake. Understood? Trey, Cater, remove him from the premises.
Yes, House Warden.
Hello, Trey.
You four?
We figured that if we waited at the library, you'd show up to return your tart cookbook eventually.
We still got a problem with the way House Warden Riddle is handling all of this.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
Come clean with us. What's your take on Riddle? Is it true you've been pandering to him since the two of you were kids?
What? Who told you that?
A guy who called himself Chenya.
Chenya. Well, that explains it.
What I don't get is, aren't you older than Riddle? Why haven't you told him off already?
I do when I need to. I don't think the situation calls for it.
Why not?
These sorts of strict rules, they're what created Riddle.
Huh?
His parents were famous magical healers. Everyone where we're from knew their names. His mom was especially talented, and she really wanted Riddle to live up to her legacy. So, from the moment Riddle woke up to when his head hit the pillow at the end of the night, every aspect of his life was planned down to the minute by the education program she made for him.
Sounds pretty lame.
What he ate, what he wore, what soap he used, who his friends were, every last detail had been predetermined for him. And to please his parents, Riddle obediently completed every task they'd laid out for him. He mastered his signature spell by age 10. He's been the top student in all of his classes. I can't even imagine how hard he must have had it.
So it's his parents' fault he's like that. That sounds horrible.
Riddle sees the enforcement of strict rules as a service to his dorm members. In his eyes, being bound by rigid guidelines, by fear, is a fast track to personal growth. Because that's how it worked for him. And on the flip side, he sees the violation of those rules as an inexcusable offense.
Guess that makes sense, since rules made him who he is.
Look, I totally get why you see Riddle as a tyrant, and why you disapprove of his methods. But for me, I can't hold that against him, you know?
Meow.
So, that's why he's like that.
Alright, now I get it. It's your fault that Riddle's like this!
What?
Riddle didn't get to choose his parents. But you know what his parents did to him, and you know it was wrong, right?
I mean, yeah.
Well, now Riddle's making the exact same mistake that his parents did. You're going easy on him because he had it rough as a kid. Don't you see where that's leading? You're letting him make a pariah out of himself!
Ace? Man, come on.
So why don't you say something? Are you just afraid you'll lose your head too? That's pathetic! You guys are supposed to be childhood friends! Then act like it!
You there! Be quiet! You are in a library!
You're yelling louder than any of us, though.
Oh, yes, my apologies. But let us strive to maintain the library as a quiet place for reading.
What are you doing here, Head Mage?
I'm researching methods to send you back home, precisely as I promised I would. Oh, but I am gracious. And the library is, of course, an ideal place for serious research. It's not as if I came here just to secure the newest book in that popular series of novels. No, certainly not. Incidentally, what are you all discussing with such grim faces?
Well, since you asked.
Ah, I believe I understand the situation. You are resistant to the idea of apologizing, but unable to devise any other method to get the house warden to remove the collar.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see. If you and the house warden are truly unable to reconcile, you could always transfer. However, this is the dorm that the Dark Mirror chose for you based on the essence of your being. Any attempt to relocate would necessitate quite a burdensome process, as well as a new ritual.
Transfer, huh? Man, that made me feel like I was running away with my tail between my legs.
Then it sounds like you should challenge Mr. Rosehearts for leadership of the dorm.
What?
Lower your voices. This is a library.
But what you said was insane!
There is nothing remotely insane about it. After all, that's how Mr. Rosehearts got the position.
What exactly is the process by which house wardens are selected at Night Raven College?
Trey said that Riddle became house warden within his first week as a student here.
There are several ways. You could be appointed by the previous house warden, for example, or duel the current warden and win. A duel is certainly one of the simpler methods.
But isn't fighting with magic against the rules?
In general, yes. A duel initiated through a formal procedure and conducted in the presence of the head mage is another matter entirely.
I'm pretty sure the duel rules don't allow for preemptively handicapping your opponent. So, this could be a way to force Riddle to remove your collar without apologizing. That said,
the right to challenge a house warden is bestowed upon all students when enrolling at Night Raven. So what do you say, Mr. Trappola? Will you challenge Mr. Rosehearts?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Then I will too.
Me 3.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Grimm. You cannot challenge a house warden of a dorm to which you do not belong.
Ah! Then how am I supposed to get this buzzkill collar off?
If I become house warden, I'll just order Riddle to remove it. Easy peasy.
How will everyone know how tough I am if you do that?
are you sure about this? I certainly didn't expect you to throw your hat in the ring, Deuce.
You didn't? I think every man's gotta make a grab for glory at least once in his lifetime. And if we're teaming up to take him down, you better believe I'm running the show!
Oh man, here we go again!
Huh? What'd you say?
Then I'll get started on the paperwork.
Is this really a good idea?
Don't get all worked up on me now. All we need's a plan. Anyone got one?
Hard to imagine we can beat Riddle with straightforward magic. A solid left hook, on the other hand.
Yeah, that guy looks like a pushover.
Ah, did I forget to mention that detail? These duels are to be fought solely with magic.
What?
Nothing beats a good, civilized duel. Now, the paperwork should be prepared and filed on the morrow, and the duel scheduled accordingly.
Alright, let's do this! I may not be the world's greatest mage, but I'll figure something out.
That's the spirit!
My head's on the line here, so don't mess this up!
You guys...
When I'm House Warden, I'm gonna make Riddle fess up to being wrong. I'll make him apologize too. And no one in the dorm is gonna have to live by any crazy rules ever again!